Random thoughts. Well, to open the Fox card, you had Dominique Brazil coming off of a knockout loss to Anthony Joshua last year. What was that, June? And he took on Zuabiri Ugano, who was 17-0, 14 knockouts. Hot prospect coming into this fight. And Ugano, he looked good early on. I mean, he was landing shots to the body. He was just missing on a lot of headshots. He did get some good ones in. Brazil rolled with quite a few of them, and Brazil better thank God he's 6'7", because if he was a half-inch shorter, I think some of those would have got home and may have got him out of there. The third round, boy. By then, Ugano had drew most of the oohs and ahs from the crowd, but then one big shot, well, big combination, and Ugano went down. And one of the announcers, who I didn't think were great, but one of the announcers had mentioned it early on, how he leaves himself wide open. And sure enough, while he was on the offense, or on the offense, however you want to say it, Brazil landed a big shot. And Brazil's eye was swollen pretty badly, and it was cut, and you just had the feeling in the fourth, it just okay, the knockdown happened, and then you thought, okay, Ugano's gonna come to life, and he did, and he rocked him, but then he got knocked down again. And he kind of went through the ropes in the fifth round. And the referee said that was it. It was good. And he was okay. I thought he was hurt more with that body shot that he caught late. What was that? The third or fourth? Late meaning late in the round. Somebody who was live at the fight said that the bell rung, that the shot was late. I don't know. With the television, they were playing tricks with TV all night, from making a mistake, saying WBC when, I mean, it just, they don't like to promote the belts with the PBC, so they called one fighter the super welterweight or junior middleweight champion, when it was the IBF 154-pound title belt. And then when Wilder won, usually they'll say heavyweight champion, but they said first they said WC, I think, or WBC, trying to catch themselves up. Anyway, it was a war. It was a war. Brazil and Ugano. And I'm sure it's a fight people will watch again. And those who didn't see it, they'll hear about it and definitely watch it. So Brazil moves to 18-1, 16 knockouts. And he scored a fifth round knockout. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. It's like 4 in the morning. and decided I couldn't sleep. So anyway, moving on to the aforementioned fight, we had Tony Superbad Harrison versus Swift Jarrett Hurd for the IBF Junior Middleweight or Super Welterweight title. This was vacated by Jamal Charlo, and the fight went almost exactly the way that I thought it would go, with Harrison coming out fast, building a lead, and then Hurd coming on strong. Now, when the fight was first announced, I'm like, all right, well, I think Harrison should be a slight favorite. But then I said that Hurd had those hammers, and he caught Harrison with those hammers, and he got out. He got him out of there, and he's a new champion. His DMV is collecting belts for sure. And that was a 9th round stoppage. Hurd moves to 20-0, 14 knockouts, and Harrison drops to 24-2, 20 knockouts. This fight was Harrison's to lose. I mean, he was pretty dominant as far as scoring points. But Jarrett Hurd was just like old Sonny Liston. I'm gonna keep coming, and eventually I'm gonna get to you. And he got to Harrison. Harrison's movement was fantastic, and he had Hurd frustrated at times. Then Hurd started to really apply pressure, and it looked as if when Hurd got his second win, Harrison needed his. And then when Harrison got his second win, and it got to the point where he needed his third win, Hurd had his, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna start walking you down. It was a small ring, and Harrison just wore down. I mean, what more can you say? He was ahead, just as he was in his other loss, and then he got caught. Two people really confused me in this fight. I really don't know what they were doing. The first person is the referee. I mean, dude, Harrison gets up, he says, I'm okay, he's game, he's ready to fight. Then his mouthpiece drops out, whether he spit it out or it fell out is immaterial. And then you waive the fight. I don't agree with that. It's like, look at the fighter. If you want to penalize him for spitting the mouthpiece out, you're certainly well within the jurisdiction to do that. So do it. But if you ask the guy, is he okay, and he's answering you a couple of times, and then it's like, okay, you ready to clap your hands together and say, let's go, let's get back to it, and then the mouthpiece drops and you just wave. It's like, come on, man. So, but when we deal with officials, and I'm not sure if he's a local official or what, but when you go to these places that aren't major boxing cities and municipalities and what have you, then this is what you're going to get sometimes. My nose is stuffed up, my voice is rough. I don't know what's going on. So congratulations to Swift, Jarrett Hurd. He went down there. He got the job done. He applied the heat, and that right hand came out of nowhere. Boom! And was that a ninth round TKO? So I really like 154 pounds. It'll be interesting to see where Hurd goes next. He's a big dude, man, and I mean, I like to see him at 160, and eventually one day 168. I mean, he's oh man. I wonder. I'd like to know how hard it is for him to make weight. Like the true answer, not, you know, when somebody says something and you're like, hey, well, you got it from the horse's mouth. He said it. Yeah, he said it. He said it in front of the camera. I like to get him off camera and be like, seriously, man. Because, boy, man, he's a big boy. Now, the main event. Now, back to that Dominique Breazeale fight. You know, I like it when guys are kind of like wide punching and out of shape, and well, one guy's out of shape, and then the other guy's just so muscular that his stamina is just not there. I mean, I those seem to always. Chris Arreola fought a guy a couple of years ago. I thought the guy eked it out. It was one of those premier cards, and I don't know what the guy's name is, but I mean, give and take, same thing, like just stamina issues, but they just you couldn't. There were spots when they rested, but man, it was a good fight. Anyway, in the main event, we had Deontay Wilder, Gerald Washington for the WBC belt, and true to form, I'm not saying these fights are fixed. I'm not calling them setups, but true to form, some off-brand dude comes and, oh, he's giving Deontay trouble. Oh, could we see an upset? And all the fans and everybody get excited, and then boom, Wilder puts the Superman cape on, comes to the rescue, and lands the big right hand and gets these guys out of here. It just seems like yeah, how many times can this happen? Deontay Wilder has some defensive liabilities. Gerald Washington, who's not exactly Sonny Liston, he could not miss with his jab. Now, if Gerald Washington would have doubled and tripled his jab up like Ugono did with Breazeale, oh man, and it would have been interesting to see. But the stiff one at a time jab he was throwing, man, it was just Wilder just couldn't get out of the way, and Wilder was down. Let's call it what it was. Wilder was down. He was down with 4 rounds to nothing, and then, of course, the old right hand, left hook came, and down goes Washington. Down goes Washington. And the referee, the referee was kind of like looking to jump in, just well before he actually did. I mean, it was like, dude, and he kind of jumped in and kind of changed his mind during mid-air he changed his mind mid-air and then said, "All right, go ahead, just a little bit more." And then when he stopped it, I got people texting me, and they were upset. And I'm looking down at my phone like, okay. And then I guess they were a little faster than me or what have you. And when I looked, I didn't see it there. I guess there was some kind of wobble afterwards to justify the stoppage, but when it was stopped and you didn't see that wobble, it was like, okay, it's a little bit premature, but all in all, I guess the right decision was made. We got some breaking news. Manny PACQUIAO, Amir Khan, they are all signed up for April 23rd. I assume that's a Sunday, so I assume it's going to be April 22nd in the United States. Boy, man, I don't know why I sound like I sound. I don't usually get colds and stuff like that. I think it's just one of those things, boy. Maybe I should have recorded this in the morning. But you'll hear a new voice next time. Next time, for real. So that money that the Dubai, United Arab Emirates was offering, looks like it was some real money. While I think it's a good fight, that's not the fight we want to see. I mean, I wanted to see Mayweather PACQUIAO too. And a lot of people, why do you want to see that? Well, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going to keep it real. 40 to 50% of the world believe that Manny PACQUIAO won the fight. The other 50 to 60% of the world believe Mayweather Jr. won the fight. Once again, Manny PACQUIAO, if you're going to come out of retirement, or if you didn't retire, if you're going to come back, you're coming back for one reason, and that's for your redemption. Now, I respect what he's doing though, because Khan, that's going to be a tough one, because Khan can match him speed-wise. And they know each other from sparring for years. So that's a good fight. And it's better than Mayweather versus McGregor, which is just making a mockery of the sport. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. Get your money. But call it what it is. Call it an exhibition like they used to do years ago. You fought an exhibition. And don't count it as your 50th win. I mean, come on. That's a mockery. Let alone the Andre Berto fight. The great ones challenged themselves at the end. Okay, you fought PACQUIAO, but the Berto thing and then this thing, it has to be. The only way I can see Las Vegas approving this is if, man, I sound terrible, is if it's an exhibition. And then go ahead and get your money that way. And then do the PACQUIAO thing again. And call it a career. Or maybe the idea is PACQUIAO anyway, and this McGregor thing is whatever it is, and then let Manny get his tune up, and then get it on again. I don't know. The odd man out is Jeff Horn. Is that his name? Jeff Horn? I don't know. Hey, that's how the world works. I mean, your name's in the news one day and everybody knows it, but now that it's out, Nobody knows your name. Boy, I don't feel terrible. I'm hungry actually. Boy, but man. Anyway, so I'm not sure. I don't know. What else? So there were two decent, I guess, heavyweight fights tonight. And the two best heavyweights in the house were named Holyfield and Holmes, for sure. And probably, if they put the gloves on, would still be the two best heavyweights at their ages today. Wilder needs some work. He's not going to beat. He may beat. What's this guy who was there tonight? Joseph Parker. He's not going to beat the Cuban. He's not going to beat Joshua. He's not going to beat Klitschko. He's not going to beat Fury. He's not fighting like that. He has to. He's got to. For the jabs that were landing, not only couldn't Washington, not only could it's not only that he couldn't miss, but the jabs were just knocking Wilder backwards. The balance is off. So Mark Breland and those other guys who put the work in, it's almost as if he's regressing and not really making progress. So we'll see. But he may be able to unify and pound his chest and talk about he's the best out there, because Joseph Parker ain't exactly Sonny Liston. I don't know why I'm on this Charles Sonny Liston thing tonight, but anyway, it's like 4 in the morning, so that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not really the best video. Or you know what, Jeff Horn, you know, if that Australia money is real, send a bid, fax a bid over to Mayweather Jr. That same Pacquiao money that you were offering Manny, you know, you might have to up it a little bit. Talk to Australia. I mean, the way they were talking about the money was coming, the money was actually coming from the country. So tell them to up it up a little bit. Make an offer to Floyd. Of course, more than likely won't happen because it's Australia and not Las Vegas. So, but kind of feel bad for Jeff Horn, but hey, that's how it is. In closing, let me say this, and this is serious to me. Nobody else is going to care, but I recently accomplished something that I really needed to do, and I'm not going to say what it is, but I recently accomplished something, and it didn't turn out the way that I planned for it to turn out. It didn't turn out anyway near the way that I wanted it to turn out. But the fact is, I accomplished it, and maybe the result will change a little bit closer to what I really wanted, or maybe it won't. However, that's life a lot of times. You have a plan A. You have a plan B. And neither of those work. They don't work out the way that you plan. And sometimes you disappoint yourself. And that's okay. And so I confided in a friend, and he told me, you know what, man? You did what you did, which is what you didn't do, for many years. And it took me 30 years to do this. So even though the payoff wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be, the point is, when you're talking about the world's greatest procrastinator, I actually grew a pair and went and did what I needed to do. So now, and when you do that, sometimes, I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you do that, it's kind of taken out your hands, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But when you do everything that you can do, that's where the satisfaction comes in. So I'm happy I did it. I kind of messed it up. I know it's hard for people to understand what I'm talking about, but anyway, I look at it as an accomplishment, and I just have a sense of satisfaction because I did it. Didn't turn out how I wanted, but that's okay. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be giving away some prizes. We're going to have about, I don't know, 5 or 6 contests throughout the year. And first one will be in a few weeks. Okay, and I'll give you the details, but detail number 1 is you must be subscribed to our YouTube channel. So make sure you do that. That's one of the requirements. And until then, we'll catch you in the next one. We got the Thurman versus Garcia fight coming up next Saturday. I'll be in the house, and I should be sounding a lot better than I do now. So forgive me for that. Everybody take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.